Well. If it ain't the boys over at Man to Man about to shoot some shit with you, what up, guys? Thank you all for tuning in. We got a killer episode for you guys. I guess we got to introduce ourselves first. We're not that important, but this is your co-host, Andy Elliott.
Alongside your co-host, Liam, the Hoop Star Nash.
I say that, Hoop, because this interview is like we're not even important because the people that are the most important are obviously Jack and Max Barrett from everyone's favorite drinking accounts, Friday Beers. Y'all check this one out. We'll talk about our little weekend in the Chi-Town after that. Enjoy. Alrighty, once again, you're tuned into Man to Man. We're on Dash Radio. We're excited to bring on two brothers, Max and Jack Barrett, who are the creators and founders of everyone's favorite drinking account, Friday Beers. What's going on, fellas? Thanks for coming on.
It's great to be here, man.
What's up, homie? Thanks for having us.
Beautiful Thursday, almost midday in Venice, California, where we are.
I was going to say we're only a day away from commencing Suckdown with the boys, right? So,
yeah, Friday. Could happen anytime you want, but I guess that's the official date.
Okay, cool deal. For you, for the guys that are listening out there and just may not know, fellas, what is the best way to describe what you guys have built here in Friday Beers?
You want to crack it? What are you doing?
A community of like-minded booze bags and degenerates. No, so I would say, Friday Beers is an Instagram account where it's basically a sketch comedy channel, but based in the world of not kind of 9 to 5 weekend warrior, binge drinking type of behaviors.
All the stuff that we love to do together, right?
Right.
So that term Friday Beers, I don't think is explicitly about just drinking beers when the clock hits a certain time on Friday, but it's really the mantra and the mentality for everybody who just cares about hanging out with their friends. And what we do is we make jokes about who people are in your friend group, what you guys are doing all the time. And basically because we believe that those things are the most important things, just hanging out and the experiences and memories that you create together.
And we've actually, the best way we've been referred to is zodiac signs for guys.
Oh my gosh.
Dudes are able to identify with the characters and the storylines in the same way other people identify with astrology and horoscopes.
It's a spiritual thing.
Right. Get the boys involved in the Zodiacs, man. I'll tell you, when did you guys start the account?
November 2019. So literally the worst time to start an account based off of people gathering, socially 4 months before a pandemic. But now we're at the other end of it. So we're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel, and we're prepping for a big summer.
Yeah, we're so excited for this summer, dude. Like we have grown this thing because of all the audience is so enthusiastic, and I think really identified with the jokes we were telling. And we have been waiting for 18 months for the world to get back to a pseudo-normal state so we can finally start to drink beers together in bars, outside, and just get back to doing what we all love. So we're hyped.
I think we're all trying to. Nashville just released their restrictions, dude, and it's a hellhole down here now. It's like people are going crazy.
Even in LA, which is like been pretty strict. You see it, you feel it walking around here. It's just it's simmering and it's about to explode.
And we'll talk about, I guess, between the start of the pandemic and then toward like where we're at now, I think that's a big number. You guys hit huge numbers in the middle of that. But before we get into that, I guess, what were you guys doing before Friday Beers? Did you guys have jobs? Were you guys in college? And then when did this thing actually become a reality for you guys?
We were in college and did have jobs, yeah.
In our prior life.
Yeah, Jack and I were doing kind of like normal 9 to 5 corporate gigs. I was working in advertising. I was a copywriter, writing shitty car commercials for 4 years in LA.
They weren't that shitty.
They're actually really good. So I was doing that.
And I was working at a media production company doing sort of what Max did as a writer, but like in-house to make non-scripted TV shows and branded content and stuff. So we were both writers, and we were writing sort of to pay the bills at these jobs in entertainment adjacent industries. And then we, on the side of that, we're writing together comedy all the time. We would write sketch comedy and make sketch comedy. We would write scripts and try to create concepts and, you know, put them out in the world. A lot of stuff, most stuff doesn't work out. And Friday Beers started because we wanted to give the Instagram thing a shot based on like all this writing we'd done together for a number of years. And in that format, started to catch on. People started identifying with the jokes and the characters that we created.
So like at that point, was there like a particular story behind the creation of like Friday Beers itself? Did you guys maybe have like a ritual that like every Friday after the, you know, 5 o'clock bell he rings, you guys out there going to somewhere and just chugging beers? What's the deal?
We had been living the Friday Beers lifestyle for basically a decade. So it wasn't like we had to come up with this novel concept.
You got to look at the total body of work.
It's art imitating life, right? That's kind of, but I think the idea was to kind of take as Jack said, like the characters and the storylines we'd already been working on and repackage them in a format that was more receptive to or by a Instagram audience, kind of like the ADD audience that needs these quick hitter.
You need it in 1 minute or less.
Yeah, really constant, rapid fire joke telling type of, you know, live action memes. So that was kind of the inspiration to create this account.
And just to summarize your initial question too, is no, there's no bar that we went to at 5
Okay, I didn't know if you guys went to a bar on
a
Friday.
There was like a Cheers version of that where that was how Friday Beers started. But as Max said, it's a long career of commencing to suck down.
I think my version of Cheers was, you know, when I moved to LA, I lived with 4 of my friends for, you know, almost 4 years, just like hanging on to our youth. And you know, the house was basically that watering hole. You get back at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. on Friday and immediately fire up Pong and you get going and you don't stop until early Sunday morning.
So how long after you guys started Friday Beers did you guys quit your jobs? Your day jobs, as they say.
Yeah, we were dual wielding for
like 7-8 months in.
Yeah, 7 or 8 months, kind of juggling 2 things. And at a certain point, like Friday Beer started to bleed over into my actual job. I was cutting videos during work hours, but yeah, it was last July was when I went full time.
I was January, so I was a bit over a year, and then I moved out here. So Max and I used to live in New York. He's been living in LA, and we had never actually lived in the same place together since we grew up, obviously in the same house. But I moved basically 2 months ago to LA, and we have a little HQ here and are started building everything out of Venice.
Interesting. Okay. 2 brothers on the opposite side of the spectrum there for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So back to this, I don't know, when we have interviews on, we've had a couple of TikTokers on and we talk about the quarantine, the pandemic and everything else. But I think you guys nailed it a little bit. You guys gained over 700,000 at the start of the pandemic, March 2020, until all the way up to now. What was the biggest difference? What did you guys do differently? I know there's more people that have more eyes on their phones, but just curious as how do you guys like advertise yourself more that way and maybe what you did differently?
So I think one of the biggest things of Friday Beer's success in general is relatability. So we create characters, create jokes, create traditions that we believe everybody's feeling. And that's people can look to our account and they're like, I fucking know what these guys are going through because I'm going through that.
Right.
And when we, at the beginning of like really strict quarantine, when nobody knew what was going on with COVID in March or whatever, April, we basically thought, like, let's not pretend that shit's normal and like you can go out and get fucked up. Let's try to like rally together and create a feeling of we're all in this thing. How are you gonna get through? So we like started coining terms like not commence suck down, but like the solo suck down, like getting bombed on Zoom calls with your buddies. Just like having nothing to do and doing things to cope through the boredom. So that was like, I think it's that relatability that people saw and were like, all right, these guys are going through what we're going through. the universe of Friday Beers is our universe. That was a big reason for it being successful early on.
All right.
Gotcha.
So I have a kind of a question for the both of you guys. Everybody knows kind of, because you guys are brothers, everybody kind of knows the saying, don't like mix family with business. Have you guys had like any problems, maybe ran into any problems, maybe a little brother on brother competition, some struggles, a little challenges faced doing this together as family?
Yes, lots.
Never.
He took my girl.
I went full Bobby Knight the other day and threw a chair across the room.
I love it.
I only have five out of my wheels on my 5 out of 6 wheels on my chair working now.
Yeah, you gotta get a new chair.
Yeah, it's tricky. I think there's pros and cons, right? Like as brothers, we have such similar sensibilities, like comedically, and like our just rapport is like unparalleled. Like we creatively, it's great, but there's a sense of comfort that kind of lets you cross the line sometimes that you probably would in a
just like a
normal
coworker.
professional setting.
Yeah.
So we gotta be careful with getting too personal and crossing lines in the workplace and treating the relationship not as brothers all the time, but as like, okay, this is my coworker, my business partner.
Yeah.
Right.
And those lines get blurred all the time. But you have your ups and downs, but you get through it. I mean, we've been through worse. Our parents got divorced, so
It's family drama in a workplace setting is something it's always tricky to navigate, but we get through, and at the end of the day you hug it out and you move on and try to figure out solve the next problem.
Have you guys, quick question, have you guys lost any motivation while doing this? Because Liam and I are like brothers too, and there's been times where we're like, damn dude, like should we keep going? I'm curious if you guys had any sort of lack of motivation, and then maybe what got you through that lack of motivation.
I'll tell you one thing is you always have to remember that it's really fun to do this, because when it becomes your job and it's like a business, then it feels like your fucking job. And that's something that all of us associate with, like, nobody likes their job, really. Like Friday Beers is all about like hating your job and your fucking boss is annoying, you don't want to work. So you got to, like, when you get like frustrated and anxious, and you don't want to get that in the way of like, this is a lot better than like what we were doing before. And just remember, like, we're doing this as a passion.
Yeah, I think because of how long it took Jack and I to get to this point, and kind of like the failures we had and the jobs we've had and the experience, we know just how awesome it is and how lucky we are to be in this position. So it's like that I don't need to find ways to motivate myself. Like, I'm as fully motivated as I could be.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. Let's fast forward a little bit. We're going to talk about this elephant in the room, Dua Lipa. I don't know anything about it, dude.
I love that you can't say her name right.
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa? Okay, I don't know. She's a singer-songwriter, and then that was the only person that you guys were following, and then she blocked you guys. Take us through this story. What's going on there?
So when we first started the account, we were figuring out who to follow, and this, Albanian-born British singer caught our eye, caught our attention, and we started following Dua Lipa, and basically she was our online crush until we found out she had a boyfriend, this guy Anwar Hadid, who I don't want to.
He represents everything that Friday Beers is opposed.
He's like an entitled trust fund kid who cloud chases his sisters.
He's so ugly.
Yeah.
Isn't that Gigi's brother, right? Justin Bieber's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's totally undeserved fame and attention. He actually just released a song with his dog shit. But we made a couple comments that on her Instagram posts about him that
called him a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah, called him a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah, my God.
And then so she blocked us. And we moved on to Greener Pastures with Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, it's been awesome. She supports us.
Okay, does she? I didn't know if she was the next victim of being blocked or what was going on.
No, we had a great relationship actually with her and the entire Steinfeld family. Shout out Griffin Steinfeld.
Griffin's a big
He's
supporter.
In the comments, big supporter. Shout out Sherry Steinfeld. Her mom has been in the comments.
Naming the family members. Okay.
And Haley did a video with us.
Yeah, we did a video with Haley. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so now you guys are trying to get a little bit revenge. I don't know if this is y'all's boy as well, but this song called Ecstasy by DJ Press Play, trying to get more listens. Is this y'all's boy, or who is this guy?
Basically a year, like when Dua Lipa blocked us, we created this master plan to basically get revenge through success. Success is the best revenge. And we have our homie, he goes by the name DJ Press Play. We basically, asked him to make a track that we could release, and
it's the Friday Beers resident DJ.
Yeah, he's always kind of been like a character in the universe, but this is his first, track that he made, along with a group called Sunday Scaries and Curry Cartel. Shout out Sunday Scaries and Curry Cartel.
They are Sunday Scaries are real. Let's be honest.
And so DJ Press Play made our revenge track called Ecstasy. We dropped it on Tuesday, and with the intention of breaking Dua Lipa's all-time streaming record, which is 1.4 billion streams.
Right. There, how many do we have right now?
We've got close to 500,000 in 3 days.
Okay, pushing numbers up there.
Yeah, so we're going, but it's a marathon, not a sprint here.
Okay, we'll check it out, man.
Yeah, we need everyone listening to this to be streaming Ecstasy by DJ Press Play.
Any pregame.
Honestly, you don't even need to have the volume on. Just put that shit on repeat.
I saw someone say that in the comments, and I was like, that's hilarious, dude.
It is a good song, though. So
make it the song of the summer, man. Make it the song of
the
summer.
Yeah.
I have, staying on the Instagram thing, so ever since I've been following you guys, have this Jonah Hill picture from The Wolf of Wall Street. Why that photo, maybe, and it was a meaning behind that. I think it's obviously that scene is hilarious in the movie. I didn't know if it was anything relatable to that.
A lot of, like the photos we post and like the clips we use are just kind of based off instinct. And we felt like that image of Jonah Hill just kind of represents, embodies like the Friday Beers ethos so well. It's because he's like overjoyed. He's kind of on the phone, like he's either calling his boy or calling his guy. Like you're not really sure, but it's just, it kind of has like that. You see the photo, that's Friday Beers. Like that is
a gut feeling.
But
there's no reason for it other than that.
Yeah,
right. There's no meaning behind it.
No.
Just a random photo of Jonah Hill. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
We could change that at any time.
So another part of the Instagram stuff. Do you guys remember maybe a certain video that back when you were starting it was like the first viral video that you had, and you like look back now and like, damn, that was the point in time that we kind of popped off?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. Well, so the first video I ever posted was a really simple meme about, it was the Austin Powers opening scene where he turns the corner and then he comes back and he's leading a parade.
Marching band.
Marching band. And that one actually, to this day, people are still like, when I saw that video.
We got an NFT that video.
With the account. A couple of weeks after that, there's a video, a meme we made with, I don't know if you've ever seen the Creed halftime show at the Dallas Cowboys game, where they have a bunch of like gymnasts like on like suspended banners and like flying around the stadium. And anyway, this meme kind of was getting shared around a lot. And my roommate at the time, we're sitting on the couch, like hung over on a Sunday. He's like, yo, you guys got to check out this account, man. This meme is fucking hilarious. And he showed me like my account.
There you go.
I was like, yeah, dude, like that's, that's me. Like I'm making that stuff. And he was like blown away. And that's when I knew like, okay, this is kind of getting shared around, and people are texting it to their friends and shit.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, we got Friday Beers hanging out with us. We're man to man on Dash Radio. We got Max and Jack Barrett from Friday Beers. We're going to just shoot the shit with you guys. These are just pretty much give your fans and those who are maybe new to you guys a chance to learn more about your personality. Quick rapid fire questions, whatever comes to mind first. Let us hear it. You guys ready?
Good.
All right. First one, got to ask. I think I know. Maybe I don't. You guys use the term tasty lick. What the hell is a tasty lick?
A tasty lick is a song that's really good.
Gets your body moving in a way you can't explain.
Yeah, it's a very visceral reaction.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
you
what we
guys-
thought. That's what we
That's
thought.
what we thought. Yeah. Okay. The ecstasy is a tasty lick.
Tasty.
Okay. Best fraternity or sorority party or story. You guys have like a lot of that following. I feel like a bunch of frat dudes, maybe a little bit of sorority dudes. You guys got any stories?
We got started.
I think the best story is when I skipped my own graduation to go party with Jack because his fraternity was having their annual spring party.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I walk during my graduation or do I go play 10 hours of Pong with my brother? And
Easy choice.
Easy choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of other things that fold into that weekend, but that spring concert. There was a DJ press play event there. He got on the mic. He said, "Fuck the police." There was the party was broken up on the porch. There was some people doing grass snow angels in the lawn for various reasons. Yeah, I'd say Green Key weekend 20 whatever it was.
Yeah,
is probably our favorite.
I got a golden tree, which means you don't hit a Pong cup and you have to run around the house naked.
Yeah.
Okay. What school did you guys go to?
I went to Dartmouth College.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Georgetown.
There you go. Okay. Most famous person that slid into the DMs.
Most famous. I mean,
We're like most followers.
we
Johnny Depp.
we.
You guys got some blue check marks hanging in
We
there.
have we have internet friendships, quote unquote, with guys like a bunch of guys in the NFL, Christian McCaffrey, Josh Allen, Jared Goff. Those are our homies. I'm trying to think of like a random
The biggest celebrity.
Major Laser.
Major Laser.
Yeah.
Diplo.
Yeah.
We never DM.
No one really like.
No one like
that cool.
Yeah, no one like Leonardo DiCaprio, famous, but a shitload of well-known professional athletes, some like Diplo level musicians, I'd say. I'm trying to think of anyone really internet famous that could be.
The Barstool guys, right? You guys got a relationship with that guy?
No, we
No,
have no
we're-
relationship. They I think oppose us a little bit based on their act.
They're very antagonistic. Or
You guys are like competitors with Barstool, huh?
we're not. We're our
easygoing
ethos
guys.
and attitude is like everyone's invited to the party.
Yeah.
We don't beef with anyone. That's not our shtick. And they came at us about a year ago, and we just never really responded. So
They like the beef. We don't
Yeah.
like the beef.
Have you guys heard of conspiracy theories about how you guys were like someone from Bud Light or like
Yeah, I heard
Coors
that.
Light? Okay, I was reading about that and I was like, that's insane.
It's awesome. I wish that we were backed by beer. We could-
Something about trying to save White Claw's brand or something. Okay.
Yeah.
What song do you guys secretly listen to?
Secretly listen to.
yeah, I mean, we're pretty open with our
Yeah, I'm looking at my
our
Spotify
musical
right now.
Okay.
preferences. If you go to Friday Beer's Tasty Licks, which is our Spotify playlist, you'll see how eclectic and random the music taste is. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit that "With You" by Jessica Simpson slaps.
I'm with that.
I'm with it. All right, we'll check it out. Okay.
Olivia Rodrigo album, great album.
Fire.
I'm not ashamed of what gets me going.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's nothing secret about our music taste. I would feel the same way. I mean, I have a playlist. I guess we get some Friday Beers playlist called "Sensitive Guys Only,"
Uh-huh.
and it's just all songs that when you're feeling emo, you want to listen to. Like Natalie Imbruglia "Torn" is one of my favorite songs of all time.
I'm fucking with it, dude. Okay, what about a favorite beer to drink on Friday? And do you guys drink on Saturdays and Sundays, which you kind of already said you
That's
do?
ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing about Friday Beers, and why I just don't understand people saying, "Oh, you can only drink beer on Fridays." It's the lifestyle of beer consumption being your
Okay.
yeah.
What's your favorite like shit beer? Did you guys have a shit beer that you liked drinking on the weekends?
In college, Keystone Light was the biggest beer we drank. It's awful but amazing.
Yeah,
that same way.
We were a Natural Light in Georgetown. There's this one liquor store that sold Natty Caddies, where you get 3 racks for like pretty cheap, and they give you like a little, like, what do you call them?
Push cart.
A push cart, yeah.
Like an old lady going grocery shopping.
Yeah, they call it Natty Caddy. So that was our ship beer, but
right now,
it tastes good, dude.
Right now, my suck down beer for volume is Bud Light.
Bud Light. That's Liam's beer. That's your
I'm
beer,
a big
dude.
Bud Light guy. Anytime
Yeah,
I'm
Bud
going
Light for volume, and then there's a variety of moods you could have for whatever you.
I'm a big Mexican beer guy. Pacifico, Corona,
Tecate.
Yeah,
that it's kind of like a slightly more premium, high volume consumption beer.
Yeah, a little bit more classy. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We got a couple more for you guys. Thanks for hanging out. What is a day-to-day basis look like for you guys? You guys have different, obviously both co-founders, but you kind of work on everything. You guys are producers, audio engineers, everything else.
Yeah, we were pretty much the entire team for the first year. And year and change. We're just now starting to build out the team a bit, but yeah, we wore a lot of hats for a very long time and still do. So the day-to-day is random.
Right. In terms of the actual stuff that Friday Beers knows, like Max is the head creative guy. And so he's making all of our shit that people know, videos and all the memes. Like Max is the master. We both write together on all of the jokes and all the sort of bigger ideas and characters and things that everybody gravitates to around Friday Beers, but it turns out he's creatively, and I kind of do all the other stuff that the account does as well on the business side too.
Have you guys ever gotten into any legal trouble?
We get cease and desists from people when we use their photos and posts and shirts and stuff, and we comply with we're very above board.
Slaps on the wrists.
Yeah.
Nothing that's serious.
Okay. We got two more for you guys. LeBron or MJ? We are on the basketball channel.
That's a very sensitive question for me. I'm a huge LeBron guy. Huge LeBron.
This is dangerous territory, dude. We may not want to start down this road.
I don't even think it's very close.
It's like psychotic like sickness that he'll defend LeBron with. Like
we root for LeBron's legacy, but after watching the MJ doc, dude, I don't know. I had to rethink it.
The MJ doc is such North Korean propaganda.
Max isn't having it.
You're not having it, dude.
Bullshit, dude.
We met Michael Jordan when we were kids.
Oh wow!
Did you?
Cool.
Where at?
Photo of me and Max and Michael Jordan when we were like 8 and 7 at the United Center. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So not even an MJ fan. Okay.
No, Max.
You don't even own like any MJ shoes or anything, dude.
MJ's the second best player of all time. I'll say that.
Okay.
Respect.
Well, we root for LeBron's legacy. Who knows if he's going out the first round? We want him to. That's all I'm saying. All righty, guys. We got one more for you. Best NBA show out there. We ask everybody this: NBA The Jump, Inside the NBA, or our show, Man to Man.
Your show, I guess, is going to be the best. But you got to give a shout out to the TNT crew.
I will give a shout out to the TNT. I stay up watching those guys every night, dude.
Yeah. Chuck and Kenny, Ernie, Shaq. Doesn't get better than those guys.
I don't know if we can compete, Liam.
Charles Barkley calling Kyle Kuzma Carl Kuzma.
Carl Kuzma, yep.
Last playoffs, the funniest moment of all time.
Guaranteed.
Chuck is a dream Friday Beers collab.
You guys have him on a couple of shirts, don't you?
I don't know if we have Chuck.
Oh yeah,
no.
You guys should get him playing golf.
Yeah,
on one of the shirts or something. It's hilarious.
I'm into the golf account too.
Yeah, come on now. All right, Max and Jack Barrett, creator and co-founders of Friday Beers. It's been a pleasure chatting with you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Again, you guys have any summer plans or big projects in the works for your followers here? Are we drinking on Mondays in the summertime, or what are we doing?
Drink early and often. Be relentless. Take advantage. We finally made it through the gates, and we do have some big plans. Just talk about everything that's going on with Press Play and Ecstasy.
You guys want to shout out merch as well, real quick?
Yeah, we got some merch coming. We got to have stuff for Memorial Day. We'll have stuff for July 4th, so keep your eyes peeled to the account. We're going to have events going on. We have some podcast projects coming out in July, which people, I think, we're really excited to share with people. But I think the biggest thing is what Max will tell you about is the music stuff that's going on with Press Play.
Yeah, we touched on it, but our artist DJ Press Play just dropped his debut single Ecstasy. Stream it everywhere. We're about to hit 500,000 on Spotify. But but he's got a big summer lined up. He's got a show in Vegas on June 11th, Circa Hotel. Show in
June 11th, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Okay.
So look out for that. And he's planning on, you know, if anyone's looking for a guy who knows how to work the ones and twos, you know, DM the account, DM at DJ Press Play. He'll be there. He'll show up and, you know, he's got this green helmet that he rocks. You can't miss him.
Okay.
And he is, you know, he's a connoisseur of Tasty Licks. So if you like Tasty Licks, he's your guy.
All righty. Well, check out Tasty Licks on Spotify. Check out the new merch that's coming, Friday Beers. DJ Press Play. Let's get his fucking numbers up, dude. So again, Max and Jack, dude, we appreciate the time, and everybody go check them out on Instagram at Friday Beers. They're fucking rocking it. I don't know why you're not there yet. Again, we appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. All right.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
Later, boys.
Alrighty, Max and Jack Barrett, young little studs in the wall hoop. They got something going on that we should have thought of last year. 2019 is when the account Friday Beers was created, and they just said, you know, they hit the pandemic, then they had to relate to everyone else because, you know, obviously it's a commit suck down sort of page. They're a meme page, but obviously when the pandemic hit, it was a little solo suck down, and I know we can all relate to that.
Yeah, I was telling you, like, why didn't we think of doing something like that? It's like everything that we like talk about and, you know, think about as a friend group, that could have been the easiest thing, but glad that they're doing it because they are very good at what they do and very funny.
Yeah, we talked about it this weekend, and between you and me, which characters are we? Are you the wild card? Are you like the late night guy, or are you like what's the fringe guy? The fringe guy doesn't hold it all together, but like the glue guy. Which one are you? And which one am I?
I don't know. I was talking. I think I'm more of the wild card type of. I'll just anything goes. If something happens, I'm just there for the ride. And I think you're more of like the the night.
The late night specialist.
The late night specialist.
Oh my gosh!
Because you'll call me at like 4 a.m. talking about let's keep going, and I'm like, bro, I've been asleep low key for the last like 2.
Yeah, that's fair. So you're the wild card. You got it. You know, you got the motion in the ocean or whatever. But then at other times, you're kind of just kicking back, relaxing. I'll tell you what, man. I had a great time talking with those dudes, and they got something going on. Again, go check them out. Friday Beers. Don't think they're on TikTok because they don't need to be. They're just on Instagram. They had the whole thing with Dua Lipa. I still probably can't even say it right. Dua Lipa. They got the new DJ Press Play. Go check it out. It's called Ecstasy, all caps XTASY. It's kind of a banger. And we'll just see what they do in the future, dude. They got that new merch drop, and we're kicking it with Friday Beers. And I think, like I said, everyone can relate to them, and we appreciate them coming on our show, the best NBA show, man to man. I see they try to throw in some inside NBA there, but okay. I feel like I'm talking a lot here, Hoop. But I guess for the rest of this episode, right, we talked about you being a wild card and me like maybe a late night specialist. Or if you guys are watching us on YouTube right now, I'm in a hotel room. Liam, you're actually in your normal environment, but I am in Chicago, and you came to Chicago on a last-minute decision up in Indianapolis, about 3 hours away.
Correct. I mean, it was, the boy would come through to Chicago. I was like, you got some family stuff. Hey, I'll come down for, you know, a night and kick in the shot. Man-to-man takes on Chicago. That ain't nothing wrong with that.
Quick shout-out here. Memorial Day. It is Sunday. Shout-out to all the veterans, letting all the crazy dudes and ladies go out on the beach and soak up those UVs. But just quick shout-out to Memorial Weekend and the vets that, you know, put their life on the line for all of us to kind of act like fools and idiots, and for them to kind of just help us make this country have a little bit more freedom to its name. So we appreciate all you guys who are listening who may have served as well or have family members who have served. But, yeah, I mean, dude, you just got home, man, and I kind of just wanted to talk to you on the pod because I want your initial thoughts. We got to just break down what happened, not only last night, but I guess does it start last night? It starts yesterday, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Friday night wasn't too crazy. Spoke at my granddad's funeral. I was very nervous, man. It was cool though. Shout out to my Gramps. My Grams got some closure on that. It's been a whole year. You know, so people that have passed and couldn't do a whole memorial service. I don't know. Like, you know, that shit sucks. Okay, but we're gonna start on Saturday here. Chicago is.
I'll start by saying this though.
I'll let you start.
I was going to tell you because I told you this right when I met up with you at the hotel.
Okay.
I don't like Chicago, but Chicago's a fun city, if that makes sense in terms of just the city itself. I don't really like it. It's too much. It's almost too big, but it's fun to go out and have fun and drink and meet everybody and see a lot of people out at one time. But it kind of gives me that feel of like a Nashville Broadway kind of feel sometimes. It was just almost overwhelming. I know we talked a little bit about it, but I'll start by saying that about Chicago.
I totally agree with you, right? Because I lived in Chicago last year. Is my microphone working, by the way, dude?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Let's make this one authentic as hell right now. So I lived in Chicago last year, right, for 10 months. And to say the least, I'm taking fucking hair restoration medicine because I was so stressed out. I think I lost a little bit of my hairline at 25. But, hey, it's natural. I'll just blame it on Chicago and the stress. There's a lot of people that, I mean, these people up here work hard, play hard. Anybody who's from the north up here, same thing with probably New York and everything else. In similar cities, it's a work hard, play hard environment. So Saturday, bar crawls. Chicago, we get in town around 5 p.m. midday, saying, yo, let's hit Wrigley. They had the mustache crawl. We walk in. I mean, all these bars have ridiculous amounts of their lines. They just filled out to the fucking next block. We get into this random bar. One dude already comes up to us, and he's not even the fucking bouncer trying to check our IDs. Who this guy look? This guy kind of looks like the guy from Friends. What's his name? Not Joey, but the other dude.
I have no idea. I don't watch Friends, bro.
Are you serious?
I ain't never seen that shit.
I can't remember. It's not the main guy. It's not Joey. It's the wild card, the other dude. But pretty much he was checking our IDs. I wasn't drunk. You were already on a little bit of the Jack whiskey after 2 eggs for the whole day. And we pretty much just get in there. The Red Bull vodka's hit, dude. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. We started out with our pickle shots. And I guess, like, Foley, you're – I don't know how to describe Foley. Foley is just this guy who played basketball with you, right?
Yeah, went to college together. He went to Knox for 2 years, and then he transferred out. But we still like pretty close. Talk
okay, this
regularly.
Guy's also like 6'5", so like when I'm standing next to you, I'm 5'8". What are you, 5? Are you?
I'm
you're not
6 foot,
are
just under 6 foot.
Okay, with a couple pairs of socks on. I got you. So this guy's like 6'5", and I don't know if you guys out listening have like that tall friend. There's always that tall friend. There's always the short guy. For me, I guess I'm the short guy, but I feel like 5'8's like an average. I'm just barely above, the average height of a woman. And so pretty much we're here hanging out with Foley, hanging out with Hoop, having a good time. These people in Chicago are like Northwestern kids. So we were talking about it. These kids are like Vanderbilt kids, say in Nashville. These kids are coming into the bar. They got the glasses on. They're kind of fucking smart as hell. And they're studs. So it's like when I lived here last year in Chicago, I didn't know how to really fit in with these people. So that was just another observation. I don't even know where I'm going with that. It's just hard to fit into Chicago as a city if you're not from Chicago or you go to school anywhere in Chicago.
Right.
Fast forward a little bit. Man, it hit, and then I guess we went to Old Town.
Hey, shout out to the Ubers and the Lyft drivers out there just canceling the fucking rides on us
the
all
Uber,
night,
yeah,
bro.
we had 2 of those, right? We had 2 of those, and they were right there, and it's so expensive too.
That's another thing that, like, I'm a driver myself for Uber and Lyft, and it's like, I mean, obviously, I know it's gonna be expensive for the rider, but like, not to go too forward in a night. Why? One of the reasons I'm walking home at the end of the night because it was like $80 for 1.5 miles to go home.
Okay, we're gonna fast forward to that part. Because actually, this what we're about to say next, I really just don't even know what happened to you. So I obviously set my Bumble location to Chicago a couple days beforehand, and I said, hey, a couple chicks are at this bar in Old Town. Let's go. I will say I was hungry when I was wanting to go to Old Town from Wrigley, and I wanted a cheese pizza, but I just to fuel me up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Dog?
got you.
I was hungry, bro, and it was just all the liquor in me, and I guess I'm glad I didn't have cheese pizza because I probably would have just shit brains the rest of the night. But anyways, yeah, we meet up with these chicks at the bar. Foley leaves. Me and you are just watching the basketball game. Shout out to the West Coast basketball games, by the way, being so late. So when you're at a bar just watching and you're bored, you can just watch games. You end up leaving, and there's something that I think that people need to know, dude.
What's good with it?
Another reason that just topped it off why you came to Chicago was because this lady friend, aka your ex, aka your future ex-wife, was I don't know. Did you meet up with her? Because you end up leaving. I end up staying with this chick at the bar, and next thing I know, I call you. You said you were gonna go back to your crib, and you just walked back to the hotel. That must have been like an hour, dude.
Okay, so I walked out. I sat outside for a second, waiting for an Uber. And sometimes, you wait a second and price drops or something. That bitch was stuck at like $76 for a mile, 1.7 miles. And so I was like, I really am. It's kind of cold. I just need to I'm trying to go home low key and just chill because I'm fucked up at this point. So I was like, I'll just start walking. I need to get my walk in for the day anyway. So I just started walking, and hopefully I looked down at my phone thinking maybe if I walk, a little bit, I could catch a ride that's not in this very popular Old Town location, and it would be easier to get a ride. Well, my fucking phone dies.
Oh my
while
God.
I'm on the walk back, and I was just like, what the fuck's going on? And that's after you called me talking about, can I come over, or I don't know what you were doing because you lost your phone.
So I guess we both fucked up because
and let's preface this, when we left the hotel room to begin the night, we sat there and said, it's a good night as long as we both make it back to the hotel room, right?
Right.
And I guess
obviously we think we're kidding, but that was so serious of a statement right there.
But you might lose your phone and you might have to walk 2 miles, but hey.
So how far was it though?
It took about 50 minutes.
Damn, and you knew where you were going once your phone was dead?
Yeah, well, I looked at the map and I knew pretty much the streets I had to turn on.
Dude, props.
Yeah, I mean, I streets are easy for me. I can look at map.
But
and
Chicago's hard, dude. Chicago's such a big city. My phone dies and I'm fucked up. Actually, granted, it was not even 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was pretty early still. It was 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Okay. Because I told you that I was gonna go hang out with this chick and her friends, but we never ended up going to hang out with her and her friends. And then we Ubered, or I guess we lifted, back to her place. And right when I got in her place, oh my God, I left my fucking phone in the lift, bro. So I called you and I let you know off her phone. And you were like, yeah, I'll send you the address. Then out of nowhere, you're not answering after we called 5 times. Then I'm trying to figure out how the fuck do I contact my own Lyft without my phone. You know what I'm saying? So that was a nightmare. I ended up getting a ride back to the hotel. And luckily, man, I put a report into Lyft. And they fucking found my phone. The driver came to the W today, gave him my phone, tipped him $60.
There you go. I mean, hey, because that was, who, you can lose
That's huge, bro. That's huge. Because I'll tell you what, I wasn't very optimistic after leaving my hat in broad daylight in an Uber on my birthday, and that guy never responded.
I was gonna say, because we've had a situation, a hat, a watch, that's okay, but your phone, A, those motherfuckers get expensive nowadays, and then B, that's your life right there, and you don't.
And I don't ever do that. That was the thing. I knew it off bat, and I was like, "Oh my God, how do I contact?" Anyways, did you end up hanging out with your ex-girlfriend?
I did. We.
I knew it.
Bar none. It was not the longest of time. I was making some jokes to her. I think we spent an hour of actually seeing and talking to each other.
She came back to the hotel once you got your phone charged.
Yeah, so I got to the hotel, I charged it up, and she's over there blowing it up, talking about come pick me up and all my friends
my
and shit.
God.
Like she did earlier in the day.
This shit again, dude.
And so I was like, well, I'll come pick you up. I can pick you up, and that's it. But like, I'm not your babysitter for your friends, you know.
Right.
And
right.
so that was it. And then she came over. Good to see her. I wish it was longer than an hour of actual total like visiting time, but yeah.
You still like this chick, dude? I know you do. You want to get back together with her right now on air.
Come on, don't put me on the spot like that, man.
Come on, bro. It's already happening, bro. All right. Well, I'm rooting for you, dude, because I like her. She's chill. She's cool.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because she gets the impression that you the word is the term hate her for some reason.
Why would I hate her? I don't hate anybody.
That's why I said hate's a very like strong word, but there wasn't.
Whoa.
There is an instance why you say you don't maybe care for her as much. I mean, you gonna put me on the spot. You gonna go ahead.
Get that. That's no, because people make mistakes and I forgive people. You know, I'm not holding grudges. Shoot, I've cheated and I've gotten cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to get back on my exes. You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul. My fucking ex is moving to Hawaii tomorrow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit, I got robbed on that one, dog.
All right.
I don't know which one you're talking about, though. What's the incident? Tell me.
In Nashville, she came to visit, and she, did something while she was also dating somebody else.
Oh, hooked up with you, right?
Yeah.
So that's why she thinks that I don't like her?
That's what you told me is why you don't like her.
Oh, I mean, yeah, dude, I get that. Like, it's just something like, come on, bro. Like, it's a pattern. You almost see a pattern. So if you do get back together with her, come on, bro. None of that, we big girl, big boy type shit now. I don't want to see any of that. If she going to yank you off, she better be with you. Anyways, how many more minutes we got on this pod?
We could talk about a little basketball if you want. Are we done with Chicago? We
yeah.
went to the Cubs game today.
I was gonna say, yeah, I went to the Cubs game today. They beat the Reds yesterday, and they lost today 5-1. So that was not even. I mean, it was fun, but I won't say it was exciting.
Right.
I mean, they were showing highlights from yesterday on the big screen, and that's probably the most action that I actually saw. Plus, like, they showed one dude. They do that. The Budweiser bleachers is what they're called. If you guys get a chance to go to Chicago, it's like one of the coolest stadiums. It's like, I think, the second oldest stadium in baseball out of all the arenas or stadiums or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Some guy was just chugging, man. They do that in the bleachers, and they just chug these beers out of the cups, and then they make snake cups. It was a good time. It was kind of chilly. Got some Cub gear. And I went with my mom and her friends, so, we're not doing anything too crazy, which I don't need anything too crazy. Final thoughts on Chicago, though, dude. I think for me is, like, I don't think I want to come back for a minute, bro. I'm going to be real with you. Because I walked, past where I used to live at and everything else. It's just also just a city of, like, I don't know, a city of, like, sin, which I get Nashville is a city of sin, too. But, like, Chicago is, like, a city of, like, a mixture of, like, 1,000 different cultures, which is super cool. It's very diverse. The one thing I do really like about Chicago, but it's also just a city of, like, hard to fit in. It's a city of money, and it's a city of just, I don't know, opportunity, obviously, but then that opportunity obviously could fall on you like it did to me, and it kind of just it put me in, and then it spit me back out. So I don't know. I don't know if that was very good of final thoughts. I just don't know if I want to come back. I totally agree with you. I don't want to live here anymore. Again.
Like I said, that's why I started with it, and I will end with my final thoughts too. I don't like Chicago, but it's a fun city to visit, and I'll do maybe 1 or 2 trips a year if I have to. But it was fun. Like, I think it's another place, like, almost like for me is like a Vegas. Like, I only need 2 or 3 days.
Right.
Anything more than that, it's a little overkill.
Okay. Shoot. Okay, Namaste. I also had another cool idea. Guys, also, Patreon, we have, like, our exclusive merch. It's just about to be gone, dude. It's just about to be dead. We got some new shit coming up. But I just thought the reason why I said that, because I thought of a new shirt idea.
Okay.
It's going to say, Namaste, my soldier.
Namaste, my soldier.
All right, what's the basketball word? I mean, you guys are listening to us on a Monday here. Behind me, I can't show. We might get hit with some copyright if I do, but it's the Celtics, Nets, and then who else won today? Lakers lost.
I was going to say, I think that's probably the biggest news. AD goes down with a knee injury. Then he goes, he was bothered with the knee injury, and then he leaves the game on a strained groin. His dick area is a little hurting. It's a little strained. He missed the whole second half, and the Lakers just didn't look the same. They made a push. I think they were all down almost 18 points, and they made a push late, but it obviously wasn't enough. But, yeah, I think I'll make my hot take here. If the Lakers don't have AD healthy, like I'm saying like 50% or more, they're not winning this this series. They got to go back.
Series. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
They got to go back to Phoenix. That first game in Phoenix is going to be hard. And then they got to do it again if they want to go to a Game 7. Oh, hell no. It's over with.
Yeah,
it's OV.
Shout out Mikey Domagala, just shouting out people for free on the fucking pod. Said that the Phoenix Suns will go to the finals last week when he did a halftime Instagram live with Lethal Shooter. He said the Phoenix Suns will go to the NBA finals.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if their final is worthy, but they look good. If Chris Paul can be healthy too, that's another scary one, right?
Can we talk about how we need some more visuals from Caruso and LeBron?
Visuals in terms of like
just more highlights from the guys.
Stuff.
Just because it feels like Caruso almost is like taking the place of Kyle Kuzma. Kind of that wild card in the group, but also pretty good. And steps up when he has to step up. I haven't seen Kuzma really step up at all.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the game today, so I might just try to listen to you on the pod for this one. But I don't think Caruso is living up to his name.
Caruso, he's doing well, but Kuzma.
I'm sorry, Kuzma.
Yeah, Kuzma is definitely, especially now if AD's going out, he's definitely the one that you got to look towards because he's another one that can score the ball. Unlike anybody else really get his own shot on that team.
Right. And they're also doing a thing where they're not playing the three bigs, and I know they haven't really done that all season. Vogel talked about it earlier in the season. He was like, well, I'm never really going to play Marc Gasol and Montrezl Harrell together.
Right.
And so now it's like we saw Marc Gasol sit out first game, and then Montrezl sit out the second game. And I just don't know if it makes sense. Drummond is the guy that's playing out of the three with AD, and Drummond looks good. Like Drummond looked good in Game 3. I don't know about his stats here in Game 4. I've just been out all day, but I don't know what needs to change. If AD goes down, then do you play three of those guys, which I'd imagine you do, but those guys haven't played together all season.
Right. I know. Credit to Frank Vogel if he can figure it out and get that right, like chemistry with guys being down and. Do we play big against the Suns? Because the last game, the Lakers played the big way, and it seemed to work out. They frustrated him and everything on the offensive end, at least. But, yeah, questions in the air for the Lakers. Another series I want to talk about real quick. Shout out to Mikey Domagala's Knicks real quick.
Yep.
Hawks look very good in terms of just – I think the Hawks look more dominant, and Julius Randle is just not showing up.
Somebody put a meme of Trae Young on the street. It was a lollipop with a bunch of dirt on it, lied on the side of the sidewalk with some hairs on the lollipop. Yo, that's fucked up, bro. And another thing on top of that subject is the fans. Yeah. The fans gotta stop bullshitting, dude. I get it. You want to spit on it, dude. I might get that for 1 second. Probably not, actually. It's just you can't throw popcorn on the guys. You can't certainly spit on another human being. Let's grow up here.
Right.
And the thing about this is these people that do these sorts of acts like think that the NBA arena is a bubble in itself, and there's no consequences outside of this bubble.
Right.
Which is totally false. I mean,
that's illegal.
It's very illegal.
And he's glad that he didn't press charges on him. But yeah, shout out to the Hawks, man. I told you that's gonna be my team from the very beginning of the year. So I'm
My
glad.
fault. I didn't mean to cut you off on that whole topic.
No, you good, but that's funny as fuck that you talking about some lollipop out here, because he
That's
does.
funny,
He
dude.
needs
That's
to fix his
funny.
hair. He does.
That's funny, dude. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Oh man.
I think we could just. I mean, Blazers and Nuggets tied it up. We'll have the game 2 or game 5 on Tuesday.
It's another series we looked at and said the Blazers like kind of easily there.
Right. And then obviously the Grizzlies look to turn it around again on tomorrow on Monday night. So
Grizzlies played a good game last night.
they did all the way up to like the last 4 minutes, and they
Right.
just jacked it.
It's like we talked about it, and they just need that extra piece, and Ja can't go for 50 every game, but they're pretty close.
That's what I'm saying. If they had one extra piece that's not Ja, they could go crazy.
Who would you just take a guess? Like who would it be? Like who would be a good fit in that lineup?
It would be you would take Dylan Brooks out and you put in like a scoring like a Devin Booker. And that's the extra offense, because when Dylan Brooks plays well, then they play well, you know, but
Right.
when he's, you know, he's just so inconsistent, it's just hard to judge, if you know what I mean. But I mean, if he ain't got anything else, man, we can wrap this one up, and I can namaste him out here. You got anything else?
I think this was a good one, bro. This was a good one. Shout out again to Friday Beers. We're gonna send them some merch, and hopefully they'll send us their whole summer collection.
There you go, for sure. But with that, guys, this week's episode is a wrap. Shout out to
That was a joke. I'm kidding.
Shout out to the shy man taking over Chirac, as they call it out here nowadays. But I'm gonna namaste these fools out of here. So namaste to you guys. Namaste.
Namaste, my soldier, dude. Namaste, my soldier. Liam, I'll see you next week, dude.
All right, man.
I don't know. Respectfully.
It ain't about nothing. I'm straight hustling.